Alright, welcome back. We are currently at a place called Mount Ton of Fun Inclusive Playground. It's in Sevierville. We decided to come here. Mommy had a couple of calls to do, so we got kicked out of the trailer. Well, not really. But I figured we could go do something fun. So as you see here, they have all these instruments that you can play. Drums. They have a lot of playgrounds. They have small playgrounds. They have some climbing stuff. Madison, you want to show them how you play? Come here. Let's show them how you play. Here, Bubba, you want to play? Yeah. Show them how you play. Good job. And I'll play this one. You play that one. I'll play this one. No, you don't want to play with Daddy? Oh, you want to play that one? Which one do you want to play, bud? You want to play them all? Oh, she's hand playing. She's a prodigy. Play it with the mallet, Bubba. Come here, I'll show you. Come on. Hit it. Hit it. Bang, bang, bang. Hit it. Good job, Madison. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. It's a camera. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's really expensive.
Huh. Can I take a picture?
No, don't touch it. It's taking a video, actually.
Oh.
Madison, are you playing? You want to go? Okay, go run around. So this is a really nice playground. It is entirely fenced in. There are a couple of other families here, so I don't want to record their kids or anything because that's kind of weird. So they got a really nice playground here. There is a water park too. Obviously it's closed because it's October and it's a little too cold for that now, but there's a whole like pool and like a splash pad and everything over there. And then there are baseball fields, tennis courts, and some many other things over there. So it's pretty neat, but we're gonna be here for a little bit longer, checking it out, and we'll see what Madison gets into. On our way down to that park, I saw this sign for the Harrisburg Covered Bridge. And we're going back the same way we came, so I want to see what this covered bridge is. I don't know if it's something we could drive through or if it's just something to look at. Pretty silly just for a bridge. packing up for our long journey home. We really do love Tennessee, and we can't wait to be back. Maybe this time for longer.
So hey, good morning. We are on the road so early. So it is 8 o'clock a.m. We got started really early. We got up at 6:30 this morning, got everything packed, ready to go, hitched up in the dark and in the rain, so we could start making our way downtown, making our way back home.
Making my way downtown, driving fast.
I'm homebound. Yeah. You want to talk to that?
Yes, I guess. Hello.
Morning.
Welcome to the second to last day of our workation. Workation. Working. Viva fucking. Viva fucking very hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mountain. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're working very hard in the mountain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah, so we had a lovely time at wow. Everything in our trailer just went everywhere. That's okay.
It's fine.
It's all break proof. We had a really good time at Imagination Mountain Camp Resorts. We said earlier that we would have something to say about the site. And the only qualm, okay, we were there for
5 days.
technically 5 days. It was like 3 full days and 2 half days because Monday and Friday were drive days, travel days. So 3 full days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Every other site seemed to me a little bit bigger than ours. We have no slides in our trailer on purpose. And so I wonder if...
Hold please.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to North Carolina.
Perfect. Yeah.
We have no slides in our trailer on purpose, and I think that pigeonholes us into the smallest site possible. A lot of people ask if you have slide outs. Did they ask? Do you know?
They did. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so I think because we don't have any slide outs, they pigeonhole us into like pop-up camper type categories. Because I noticed that all of the bigger rigs that had slides had much bigger sites. Makes sense. However, I feel like we're being punished for having the smallest rig, and
We're just gonna have to get a bigger one.
You heard it here first. We're gonna get a bigger rig. I really did like the site. The place was clean. The people were really nice. So I would totally recommend it, and I would totally go back there again. I think enjoying a cup of coffee with the sound of a creek in the background, and like being able to sit there and like see the creek, that was tip top. That was absolutely tip top. You know, the leaves are changing, they're falling all around us, and there's it was just, then we have a fire, there was a bonfire with the stream in the background with the leaves falling. It was very magical. So I think that overall I would give this site an 8 out of 10.
And the other thing that I think we should talk about is how
a tunnel! I love a tunnel! Tunnel!
Oh my gosh.
Remove sunglasses. Everybody take your sunglasses off. Turn your headlights on. We're going through a tunnel! tunnels.
Oh my goodness. We can tell. How unlevel the sites are.
Yes, so because of the erosion of the creek, all of the sites, and I showed this in an earlier video, all of the sites taper off really fast.
Dramatically.
And so all of us, the back stabilizer jacks, are at full extension, and we have as many blocks as we can
I
stack.
think we had 8 blocks.
Yeah, I mean, it was ridiculous. And when you're at full extension on stabilizers, if you don't know, the point of the stabilizer jacks is to minimize the movement as you're walking around the trailer. That nullification of movement becomes void when the stabilizer jacks are at full extension. So the point is you want to bring the ground as close to the stabilizer jacks as possible, so that when the stabilizer jacks come down, they're in a very squatty position. You don't want them standing very tall, because then they want to tip over. You want them really stable and wide, and so you only want to go, you want to take your stabilizer jacks down this much, not this much. And so we were moving around a lot. Yes, X-Chocks will help with that. If I want to go spend $1 million on a piece of aluminum that holds my wheels in an X pattern,
Which we're going to do.
which we're probably going to do anyway, unless we get a bigger rig. I think that might be nullified on a bigger rig. I don't know. Don't know. To make it a 10 out of 10, slight turn to the units, the lots, and then I would put a retaining wall on the back and level them, completely level. And then I would encourage people to go down to the creek by creating a walkable path or steps down. Because it's such a steep drop off to it, our neighbor was saying that him and his kids went down to the creek, and he was telling his kids to be careful because the rocks were wet, and he ended up slipping himself. So it's a liability for people trying to get down there just to go look at the creek, let alone splash around in it. So, and when I went down to the creek and I took some pictures and videos down there, I was definitely like using the tripod as a hiking pole to make sure that, like, 3 legs are better than one. Make sure I'm stable enough to handle this, because I don't want to slip and fall, and I don't want to slip and fall with a camera and shatter a lens or something. So steps down to the creek, retaining wall to make all the sites level, slight turn, 45-degree angle. Ooh, a tunnel!
Oh my gosh.
and then they would be 10 out of 10. So, okay.
Overall, it was still great.
Yeah, we had a great time. I would go back. I would recommend that place for sure. So.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Good. On to South Georgia, where we're just going to be hanging out for another night. Looky who's driving.
Hello.
All right. Well, as you can see, I am sitting shotgun and Mommy is driving. So some things have happened over the last few hours. I say few hours, many hours since the last time we saw you. Number one, we decided not to stay in Georgia, and we are heading all the way home. So we left at about 7:30 this morning. I drove clear up until 4 o'clock. We stopped for some gas, let the baby run around, which she has been amazing. Let's not bring attention to it because she might lose her mind, but she's been amazing this entire time. So about 4 o'clock we changed drivers, and I think we probably got another 15-20 minutes till we get to the next rest stop. So Katie will have driven for 2.5 hours. This is her second time driving. On the way up, she drove for a little while, and now on the way down, she's driven for a bit more. So, not to distract you from your driving,
Wow.
but tell us, what's it like driving the truck with the trailer attached to it?
It's definitely different. So I have a lot of experience driving the truck. I feel totally confident driving the truck, which that took some adjustment from coming from my Ford Explorer up to the F-250. It was quite an adjustment to start. So thankfully I've had plenty of time to acclimate to the truck. Then you add in the additional load of the trailer, and I think the biggest thing that I would say to anybody who's starting to tow for the first time is go slow, take your time. People will work around you. Something that happened just a little bit ago, I was in the right lane, which is where I've lived since I started driving. And there were a lot of people coming on the on-ramp, and there was no space for me to change lanes to allow them to merge into the right lane. So at some point you say, they're gonna have to work around me. They have to figure it out. They are merging into the traffic, and so that's their responsibility, and you take your time. And a lot of the things that really surprised me was how much micro movements have to happen to make sure that you're staying in your lane. I feel like I'm white knuckling it, not that I am, frightened for any reason, but just because you have to have complete control all of the time, which should be the case no matter what, but especially when you're towing, because you have so much more of a pull and other things affecting the drive. So I will definitely say that I don't feel comfortable, but I also at the same time don't feel uncomfortable. It took a couple of hours to get there. Now I'm just doing highway driving, and that's something that I also feel most confident with. I'm not trying to park. I'm not trying to navigate through a city. I'm just sitting on the highway full steam ahead. So that's also something that Rob has made really easy on me, is I've just gone from a truck stop onto the highway, and I just kept going. So it's been pretty simple. So we'll stop at a rest stop at about 12 miles and we'll switch out. But all in all, not too bad.
Okay. We should be making it in late. So it's going to be dark by the time we get in. So we might update you then. If not, we'll see you in the morning.